Hi, this is Eileen, and I'm talking about social media and FERPA. So social media is any website or application that enable users to create or share content or participate in social networking. There are many available for students. It's fun to connect with others. It's cool to share ideas, music, pictures. It's in the moment and it's free. So do children really have social media accounts? This is wild. I had to Google it. 3% of 5 to 7-year-olds have account. Is that amazing? 23% of 8 to 11 and 74% of 12 to 15-year-olds have it. So what is FERPA? FERPA is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. It means that it's a federal law which protects the privacy of a student and their parents. The act was created to ensure that parents of students can obtain access to their students' educational records and challenge the content and release of such records to third parties. The law applies to any school that receives funds from the U.S. Department of Education. It's also important because it keeps student information out of the hands of strangers and respects a student's privacy. So let's think about FERPA with some scenarios. I personally teach over 400 students. I need to know all their names. I also need to leave emergency subplans. I'm thinking they'll add a photo to the next year's class roster to help me remember names and allow subs the same advantage. Is this acceptable? Maybe. You're going to have to ask your administration. If you obtain a specific written consent from each parent in advance, it is acceptable. A class roster contains personal information which can identify a student. It also includes an ID number. The photo and ID number are protected from disclosure to third parties, even classmates. According to FERPA, these rosters are only intended for instructor use, but subs are considered instructors. What about this scenario of not paying attention? A student complained because you left your gradebook open and someone else snapped a photo while your back was turned. The student photographer only wanted to brag about themselves on Facebook. What just happened? By leaving your gradebook open for anyone to see, another student's family who wants privacy for whatever reason was just humiliated or exposed on social media. Best intention. The National Honor Society needs a list of candidates so they can send membership invitations. But one of the criteria is a particular GPA. You're so proud of these students, you tweet it. Are you in violation? Yep. According to FERPA, it's inappropriate to provide any information about a student that's been sorted by GPA or any other piece of non-directory information. You can't even send the list to the National Honor Society. What you can do is send the invitation from your school without providing the national office the list. This gives your students the opportunity to self-select by replying to the invite, while you stay compliant with FERPA. Then you just tweet out a general congrats to all those who accepted the invite. So families want their privacy for different reasons. Maybe it's a family dispute, or maybe the family's famous, maybe the family's under witness protection, and maybe the family just wants to protect their child from exposure. For whatever reason, they have the right to confidentiality. So why is it relevant? Teachers often share a success story showing their students working on an assignment they created. They share students getting awards. They share funny stories from their day. They often comment on videos, tweets, pictures, anything that they find on social media. Teachers often vent about their day. Is this really relevant to FERPA? Yeah, teachers and staff can make mistakes when they mention or imply a name, a location, or show the student's work, no matter how well intentioned. And these mistakes could lead to a violation of students' and families' rights. These mistakes can lead to loss of jobs, lawsuits, and invasion of privacy. So, according to commonsense.org, social media is a huge part of our students' lives. It reads that students spend 1 hour a day on social media. It also reads that only 3% of our students are creating, while the majority are just consuming information. In order for our students to be responsible digital citizens, they need to see their teachers model pro-social, creative, and good citizenship in the classroom. So why aren't we doing it? It's because FERPA and headlines scare us. But the cool thing is some teachers are using social media to share their best practices, provide an authentic audience for student work, cultivate digital citizenship among their students, and build a more connected school community. If you're interested, I think you should learn about the policies in your district. You should also ask these questions before you post. Is there anything personal that can identify a student or in this picture or post? Do I have permission from the family to post it? And is what I'm about to post helping student learning? Okay, here are 3 ways that we can think about protecting our students. So remember, these are important things to consider. Pay attention to the names and numbers on jerseys. Carefully review any picture before posting. Look at the background for any information that shouldn't be disclosed. Turn off the location information on your phone before taking the picture, and review the policies of your school or district. See what they have in place. The policies for BCPS, they are actually on the web page. They create strong passwords for students in grades 5 to 12. I gotta tell you, I am a little curious about the passwords they have going for kindergarten through 4th, though. I did not find that online, so that needs to be updated. But they use a filtering software to prevent students from accessing inappropriate sites. They restrict certain downloads, preventing malware from affecting the network, and they use vendors that are approved through FERPA. How do we respond through FERPA? In the parent-student handbook for every student, it outlines the policies and procedures for all the behavior and expectations. There's a tear-off sheet which allows parents to opt out of disclosing their child's identity to the public. Here's a copy that can be found of it, but it's also on the bottom of the screen. These are the areas where you can opt out. These are all actually defined in the parent handbook. Using Rogers perceived attributes, we all know, we've all tried social media. So in terms of relative advantage, we need to be safe and professional. We all have cell phones and most teachers are on Facebook. Many teachers post pictures and tag friends. Many teachers use Twitter and Pinterest to lurk and get ideas. But one idea for a change is to get a professional page so you don't accidentally post something you shouldn't be posting. Complexity. Teachers and staff are quick to tweet. We need to review what we are posting and look at the photo to make sure we're thinking of confidentiality. We need to consider FERPA. Someone needs to assist with the filing forms. It cannot be a parent volunteer because of FERPA. It needs to be a teacher or instructor. And I really think they need to be organized by class. Compatibility and observability. We all know how to share and post online. Most teachers need to be trained on the correct use of posting with attention to FERPA. Teachers need more information and skills on how to use social media professionally before they're willing to participate. Maybe just watching the short video. After the students and teachers see posting and being a digital citizen, it will be easier for us to teach them these skills. Without the proper training, we are going to be staying at the adoption stage where we are right now. But with training and with a little bit easier of a file system, I think teachers will feel more comfortable to tweet their success and stop lurking. Glenmore just needs a little more tweaking before we start tweeting. We need to provide opportunities to train our staff so teachers can be comfortable participating on social media professionally and respect families' privacy according to FERPA. We need to reorganize our file collection of student data and make it easier to access those who opt out. Teachers need to create a separate professional account for social media. Teachers need to model digital citizenship. This is a great video, but I have run out of time. I am up to 9 minutes and 55 seconds. So please watch this asynchronously. Enjoy your day.